Okay.
Hello, my name is Jesse Oglesby. This is Jay Schwartz. This is Jose Oglesby, and it is time for the Jaybird Show. So coming up. So hello everybody.
Hey, how you
welcome
doing?
back.
We have our third show.
So we have the Mariners making a couple of trades at the couple of trades this off season.
What was the first trade?
They traded for Danny Valencia
From Oakland.
from Oakland for a couple of for basically nobody.
Who did they trade for Danny Valencia? Do you remember?
I don't know. I have no clue who they traded.
No,
for.
they gave up somebody decent.
Did they?
Yeah, because he's a pretty good ball player, actually. So I think they
Can't
gave.
imagine who it would have been.
I think they gave up somebody decent for him. But how'd you like that trade?
I'm okay. I wish they got a better premier first baseman.
Well, they have the Vogelbach, so they're gonna.
No, I don't want them to platoon again. I just don't.
The platoon was pretty
But
effective. last year.
platoons are good, Jesse.
It's effective last year.
They just have messed up the games as far as I know.
Why?
Because
They always have
Why do you
platoons.
hate platoons?
how
Some guys hit better
when
against.
Lloyd tried to use them all the time, and how did that pan out?
Well, you didn't have players. But if you have players that like Steve Smith has a very good average against righties, but he can't hit lefties at all. So and Valencia his OPS is over 900 against lefties, and actually it's like 780 against righties. Plus Valencia gives them some flexibility because he can play third base.
Can he hit righties?
Yeah, okay, he's decent.
He can. Wait. Yeah, I wish they got more.
I think his
premier
OPS was like
first
7
basemen.
something. And he can play a little third base in a pinch, I guess, and he can play some outfield. And so it's nice to have flexibility with your players. Because Deo couldn't really do anything. He could only play first base. And that was a stretch to say that he could actually play first base.
Dale did not play first base.
No. So the reality is that they upgraded there, I think.
They're first base in terms of batting average.
Yeah, they should. I mean,
I think they upgraded with him.
I'm on board with players that
well,
either
he's gonna play some outfield as well, though. So
Right. And
I know.
I think he might play like 4 or 5 games at third base or 6 games to give Seager a break. But
they're planning to have Cruz play the outfield and have Seager DH?
Cruz will not
No,
see
no.
the outfield anymore.
Why not?
no, he likes to play the outfield though.
I know he does, but
Because his average he actually hits better when he plays.
I know, but
But he's a terrible outfield. He's not as bad as Trumbo. Trumbo is like terrible. Well, I forgot how bad he was until Baltimore came and they played Baltimore. And I
Yeah.
was watching him out there in right field.
every fly ball is an adventure.
Right. You know, so that was an upgrade. Now what about this with Gene? What's
Jane Segura.
Segura.
Segura, they
Segura.
gave up Taiwan Walker, and you know what? I kind
It's a
of
chancy trade, but it was
it reminds me a lot. I'm a little bit worried because it reminds me of it brings memories back to after 2007 when they won 88 games and Bavasi was encouraged enough after that season to trade for Eric Bedard.
right. And Eric Bedard and
You know what? I think.
But let me tell you this. But let me tell you the difference. Number one, this player is better than Eric Bedard. He's better than a backup catcher.
Come
He's
on.
better than a backup catcher.
No,
also.
I'm gonna challenge you on that.
What?
Jen Segura, before last year,
was not that
had not been that great a player.
He had 600
He had a
OPS.
career season.
Yeah, he had a 600 OPS.
You know who he reminds me of?
Beltre. But Beltray actually was decent.
Well, no,
but
Who
Beltray had that
who
one
does he
year.
remind you of?
he reminds me of a much more worse comp than that.
What?
He reminds me of Chowan Figgins.
No,
The year before the Mariners got him,
No.
Chowan Figgins had a 400 OBP.
Yeah, but Joan Figgins was
Figgy Pudding was just over the. Figgy Pudding was,
He was,
over the hill, I think.
he was.
This guy's younger, you're
Yeah,
right.
this guy's younger. He's got more power.
Much younger, he has more power. Yeah.
I know. I disagree. I think it's like it could be like a Beltray trade where Beltray had that monster year that was obviously on steroids, and then he came back and he had 4 decent years. And I think
He was still great last year with Texas, was he not?
well, he was great when he left the Mariners again.
No, I mean he was
had
great
4
last year with Texas.
None of
right?
the years he had here were great. What?
No, he's had great years with Texas. Yes, he
And
has.
yeah,
Boston.
including last year,
And Boston.
right?
No. But what I'm saying was that when he played here, he had solid years, not great years. His OPS was like I'm guessing, without looking, probably like 760 to 780.
Yeah.
He was a great fielding third baseman, but he was, when they traded him, his OPS was over 1,000, and then when he left here it was like a 900, and I think this guy who had 890 last year, I think he'll probably be like a 790 guy. So and 790 for a shortstop's pretty good. Plus he steals bases.
And Ketel Marte was also traded.
But the question is, is this guy an upgrade defensively?
No, he's not. I think he's just as bad as Marte.
Because Marte was a butcher out there.
Yeah.
I want to look at how many games. We will not have to worry about Sean O'Malley playing at shortstop again.
Well, no, he might back up.
Well, he'll back up, but
Come on, I love Sean O'Malley.
What's so great about him?
Well, he plays a bunch of positions. You always need a guy like that.
He is the grit.
Yeah, you need a guy like that.
I know you don't need
Willie
you don't care.
Bloomquist, Sean O'Malley.
We don't give a flying.
Willie Bloomquist.
We do not give a flying flip about gritty players if they aren't good.
It's true.
We do not give a flip about gritty players
the fans
as long as they if they're not good.
Here's what you have to understand, Jesse. You need a guy who accepts his role being on the bench most of the time. Because if he's really good, he wouldn't accept it. And there would be dissension in the clubhouse. This guy would be unhappy. So every team needs a guy that recognizes that he's not good enough to start. He's good enough to play in the major leagues. He'll play 40 to 60 games a year, and he's happy with that. He's just happy to be on the team. And he's never going to be a star. You can't have a team with all stars.
And he gets his uniform dirty.
Yeah, he slides head first. He dives for things.
Well, just use him as a pinch runner.
Well, we don't use him, but
that was Willie Bloomquist. You know what his nickname was?
What?
Moneybag.
Why did they call him that?
Because when you needed a bag stolen, he was as good as money.
He had a good stolen base.
That's how I use the bench. You use it for like pinch runners, and pinch hitters if you need a home
Well, Jesse, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to. We didn't talk about this at the beginning of the show, but before I forget. So another big thing happened this week in baseball.
What?
It hasn't been passed, but they're going to expand the rosters to 26 players.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
Wow.
So they're going to expand the rosters to 26 players.
I never knew that.
So are the Mariners going to add another player or another pitcher?
I think they should add.
Pitcher.
They're going to go with 13 pitchers.
I think they should use more a 6-man rotation.
That's a good idea.
Well, they can do that, except they are going to get 6 starters.
6-man.
They don't have 6 starters. They only have 5.
Or have extra.
No, they're going to 6 starters. Do they have 6 starters?
No.
They don't.
No.
They got.
Well, that's what they did. Traded Nuno for Valencia and somebody else.
Yeah, they got. Oh, Nuno's who they traded.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, do you think there's any? Now here's my next question. Do you think there's anybody valuable that they're losing?
In this trade, yeah, Walker could be. Walker could be great.
A star.
I don't think Marte's ever going to be a star. I think he could be a solid.
I don't see the Mariners keeping him. You look at it. How many games did we win? How many games do you say we won last year because of Ketel Marte? I can't think of any.
Well,
I can't think of him.
He had a couple. He had a couple good games.
He hit a home run.
Right. He had a
In
couple
one game that we won, but it was only one.
Now, I'm not really worried about Marte becoming a star. Obviously, Walker
No, Walker is going to
has
be
all
a
the
star.
tools, maybe. I think it's a head case.
Walker was he never panned out, and I kind of like this. You know,
Well,
the
he did that
reason
because he didn't listen. They wanted to change. He was very resistant to changing his delivery, and
His workouts also.
Yeah, he was resistant to a
well,
bunch
he
of stuff.
doesn't.
But then maybe this will wake him up. He'll become a great pitcher. Now,
That'll be good for him. Change of
Yeah.
scenery.
but this guy could.
But he never
But look at it this way: the guy they got now could actually. He was rated the 5th or 6th best player in baseball last year.
Well, Jesse was telling me he's second in WAR to Chris Bryant.
No,
Yeah.
the highest WAR is Trout.
Oh no, I mean in the National League.
Oh yeah, he had a 5.7. He was 5th in all of baseball. He had the
Right.
5th highest
in
WAR.
war. I don't
baseball.
know. I don't know.
Pretty good.
I can't.
I mean, that's a superstar.
The problem is the only
wait,
problem is
hold on,
here's
hold
my
on.
one problem.
The other thing is
But he did play second base last year.
is Arizona a better hitter's park?
Yes, it's a better benchmark, but not like Colorado. It's not like
It's not like
it's not
the
like
Rockies.
it's not like what's Jeff Cirillo.
Yes, Cirillo,
His
no!
OPS was 1,000 in Colorado and
Oh,
500
God.
everywhere else, and the Mariners forgot to look at that. I guess.
Jeff Cirillo, oh God, I forgot about it.
You know, that was a little bit of it. They overlooked that he had most of his hits were in Colorado, but Arizona. You would have to say that almost about every park in baseball, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
So
say,
he probably won't hit 5 WAR. If he gets 3 WAR, we're okay.
Yeah, if you get 3 WAR, it's really great.
do you expect them to make any more moves?
Yeah,
this
oh,
offseason?
definitely.
They need an outfielder
No,
because
they're not.
because
They have all
Tyler
these-
O'Neill
they're
isn't
not-
ready yet.
They're not going to go for an outfielder because they traded for. Actually, that we're overlooking. There's another guy named another guy in this trade that I've been reading about who might be a sleeper.
Oh yeah.
The outfielder,
they got
Hinsinger or
Hinsinger or something like that.
so his OPS was like 1,000 in AAA or something.
But the thing is,
and he's supposedly a really good outfielder, but he's 26 years old.
Jerry DiPolo is making a career out of collecting 4th outfielders. He's got a great.
His whole outfield is for.
He's got a great set of 4th outfielders.
He's got 5 of them. Martin is like the number 1 4th outfielder.
He got Martin. He's
got those other 2
he's got
guys.
Seth Smith.
He's got Herrera.
He got
He wants
Herrera.
more
He's got the other guy they got from the
He
Yankees.
wants more
He
deep.
got Book
Oh,
Powell.
there's other 2 guys that they got. Tony somebody more.
Do you believe he's looking for outfielders? Not.
No, he's not. He's done.
I like the rumor that they were trying to get a trade for McCutcheon. That'd be a good
Well,
buy.
I don't
we
think
have
that's
no.
gonna happen. I don't
We
think
just
that's
traded the
gonna
guy
happen.
we could trade for McCutcheon.
That's true.
So I think it was either McCutcheon or the guy they got, and
So I guess I like Segura more than McCutcheon because McCutcheon is
Well,
getting to
but-
be old and needs to.
Well,
decline.
well,
Yeah,
also, I
he was
think
coming
he's-
off a down year.
also they only had him for 1 year. McCutcheon's a free agent next year.
Right.
This is the guy they got for 2 years. So
Well,
so they're going to. So DePoto said that now what they're looking at is acquiring some additional pitching. So now
So
I think.
how is he going to get out?
Well, I think we go back.
going to do it?
Well, I think you go back to if you can't get a good starter, you just make your bullpen great. So if I was him, I would go after 2, a lefty and a righty reliever.
Do you think he's going to get our oldest Chapman?
No.
Well, Chapman won't want to come here, but
Why? How do you know?
But if you roll the dice, if I was him and they said, that's what I would do. I'd go out and get Chapman and pay him the money, and then I'd have this knockout bullpen. And
Chapman, I don't know. Chapman's scary.
yeah, but you pay him for 4 years, and you pay him his $20 million he's going to get or whatever.
I like the other guy better.
The guy from L.A.
No, the other free
The
agent.
guy from Pittsburgh. Well, L.A.'s free
Andrew
agent.
Miller.
Andrew?
Oh, Miller's
he
not a
plays
free
for
agent.
Cleveland.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not a free agent.
Andrew Miller and
He's not a free agent? I thought he was.
No,
Andrew
he's not.
Miller. If you should the Mariners get him?
No, the top 3 relievers are free agents is Chapman, the guy from LA had 40-some saves, and a guy...
Jansen.
No, Malcolm, I think, from
okay.
Pittsburgh or something.
Oh, Melanchon, yeah.
So those are...
Lanson.
Whatever his name is.
Thank you, Jeff.
So those are the 3 top relievers. So obviously, they're not going to pay for Chapman, but
Why not?
That's because we already have a lot of relievers.
One, because the Cubs are after him and the Yankees are after him. So they're going to have to outbid the Cubs and the Yankees.
Talking baseball, did you guys see the scary thing?
What's that?
The Yankees are making a play for Mike Trout.
Oh, they have a lot of good guys. They'll never trade Trout, though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, if they give him 6 good prospects, I guess they might. Not too many farm
I would have
systems.
done it. I would have done it, especially.
Maybe the Mariners can trade all of those 4th outfielders for him. They have like 7 of them.
That ain't happening.
One of those guys might be good. They could trade 7.
We'll get you 7 for 1. We'll get you your whole team. We'll start with Mike Trout.
We have Trout.
And go from there.
We have Trout. You don't really need a right fielder and a left fielder. I'm out there.
Okay, yes. What's the next topic, dude?
So the next topic is the football game today. Of course, that has big implications, right?
Wait. I want to say some stuff about this.
Okay.
I think so on a scale. So how much do you trust the pitching staff?
I don't know. It's really shaky. It could be good.
He's got work to do. We'll see. Ask me again in March.
There's a lot of question marks about the pitching
Ask me in February.
The pitching staff today won't be the pitching staff that he'll bring up. There'll be 2 or 3 different pitchers on that team by the time.
Are they going to be starters? Or are they like better versions of Wade Miley? Are they better than Wade Miley?
I don't think they're going to be any starters. I think he's got his 5 starters that he's going to go with, unless one of them gets hurt.
Miranda won't last.
Yeah, well, who knows? Kearns won't last. Or Hernandez might not.
Hernandez might not last. Kuma won't last.
Iwakuma came off a down year. I'm concerned about the starting pitching.
Well, yeah, the starting pitching should be concerned.
You should be concerned.
It's the biggest question mark.
Go meet with Jerry and tell him about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I guess you can say this is probably the current Mariners team, the everyday team going out there is probably the best team they had since the 116-game season.
It is.
It's a pretty solid team.
It is. I like the infield.
Well, the infield's great. It's better.
Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question, though. How is the way you're feeling about this team now different to the way you felt about this team 2 years ago?
Oh.
2 years ago, I had no expectations.
Well, they're a better team. Oh, no, I just remembered. Nuno wasn't for Valencia. Nuno was for Ruiz. No one liked that trade. That was a bad trade. He traded Nuno.
Oh, that's right. For Chico Ruiz.
For a backup 37-year-old catcher who at one time was good, but they didn't really need to do that.
They didn't. Zucker was fine.
And Nuno was a valuable piece. I don't.
Zucker was
and they cut Wilhelmsen this week.
Oh yeah.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Well, Wilhelmsen is expendable.
But why would they just cut him though?
They could have traded him. I don't know.
No, they couldn't trade him. He wasn't worth that much, but he was serviceable. He was a fairly good relief pitcher.
Well, we got a lot.
I didn't expect him to be back though, even though they cut him.
Oh, I don't know. So
I was gonna get all. I was gonna.
Who did they trade for Valencia?
I was gonna rip on the Poto for trading Carson Smith.
Oh, we didn't do that.
I was going to, but
I thought you already did that in episode 1 and episode 2.
Right.
No, that was Mark Trumbo, not Carson Smith. I was gonna rip on them for trading Carson Smith.
Yeah, well, Carson Smith got hurt.
You gotta take
so I can't rip.
Hey, Jesse,
I can't rip on.
I thought you were trying to get an internship with Jerry.
Yeah. You guys, because when we post this, you have to talk about how great Jerry is.
We'll just have to get Ben to cut the good part.
Right.
Tell Ben to cut all criticism of Jerry.
Jerry, right, and how good he is.
In case he ever sees it. This
Why?
All right, Apple Cup.
Apple Cup.
So Jesse had a really good thought on the Apple Cup.
Okay, tell me your thought on the Apple Cup.
I thought the Apple Cup was pretty good. I thought Washington State, Luke, what's that?
Luke Falk.
No, that's Jake Browning. Who do you think is gonna? Which NFL team do you think is gonna draft him?
Well, I don't know. He's got another year before he can go in the draft. So
is Falk a senior?
Falk is a junior. He can leave if he wants.
Falk, guess which team I think is gonna draft him?
Falk?
Yeah.
I think at best he's a second round pick.
Guess which team's gonna pick him though. Guess which team.
Guess.
I think he's gonna pick him. Not I know
Tell
for
him.
sure.
Tell me who you think.
Guess. It's in the AFC North. I'll give
Oh, yes, just tell him.
AFC North.
Tell him, yes, just tell him.
I don't know. Jets.
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm guessing that the Cleveland Browns are gonna draft him.
Well, maybe. It depends if they draft a
Yes,
quarterback in the
the
first
Cleveland
round.
Browns might draft you a quarterback.
The Cleveland Browns
There's no good quarterbacks this year, so he might go in the first round.
might go to Cleveland.
Well, it might be a late-
I believe
well-
he might go to Cleveland with LeBron.
Well, he wouldn't go to Cleveland with their first pick in the draft.
So Jesse, let me test your sports knowledge, your Washington State sports knowledge.
What?
What was the last Washington State quarterback that made it big?
I don't know.
Washington.
I don't know that.
When you
I
say
don't know
Washington
that.
State, you mean like
The
quarterback?
Cougars. No, the Cougars. The Coug. The last Coug.
Was it Drew Bledsoe?
It was Drew
Very
Bledsoe.
good. Yeah, there was Mark Ripien. They had a lot of
They
good.
had a lot
They
of
had Ripien and Bledsoe and the Washington.
And what was the guy that turned out so bad? Ryan Leaf?
Ryan Leaf, but he was like a number 3 pick, wasn't he?
He was.
And the Huskies have never had a great NFL quarterback.
Warren Moon says hello.
Oh yeah, Warren Moon, but that's right. In the last 30 years.
He does the Seahawks
It's been a while.
He does the Seahawks post game
Right.
thing.
When you start to talk about guys who are, announcing and have gray hair, you got. So I mean, you got Brock Eward and.
No, there was Mark. What's his name of that guy? He had a decent career. He went to the Titans.
Oh, the guy who was on now on the radio.
Yeah.
It was a GM for a while, wasn't he?
Was he?
Who was the guy that was the GM? There were, some quarterback was a Washington guy, and I thought it was the same guy who was the announcer. Was a GM for a couple of years. Or
There haven't been many, that's for sure.
No, but
Sue Seven has had.
but that's going to change because this. I got a feeling like this guy's building a. Like a Don James kind of
Peterson?
Year after year they're going to be great.
I guess it's the real deal. He's won everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, he's the fastest coach in NFL history to 100 games, which I find
Did Coach Peterson
unusual since
Chris
some of those
Peterson
guys.
fail a physical?
That guy Notre Dame
He
won.
did? Where do you hear that?
Or
Coach Peterson failed. Why would he take a physical?
no?
Coach.
I thought he did. I heard somewhere he did.
Coach?
Maybe he was a player.
So the importance of the game today means that they're still in running for the national championship playoff. So
They need people to lose, though, right?
well, Michigan and Ohio State are going to play one another.
Who's
right?
eligible?
So one of those are going to lose.
Who's going to be eligible
So
to be
the-
drafted next year? In
So wait, how come USC is not ranked ahead of them?
Because they have 3 losses.
USC lost 3 times.
Yeah, in the beginning of the
They
year.
totally dominated Washington.
Right, they got a lot better as the year went on. So the issue is for the
Wow.
Huskies. The problem with the Huskies is that if Ohio State beats Michigan, then Ohio State unfortunately doesn't get to go to the Big Ten playoff because they lost to Penn State.
Right.
And Penn State and Ohio State have 1 loss each. So Penn State gets to go to the championship game. So if Penn State wins the championship game, there's a lot of people that think that Penn State should be in the top 4 with Ohio State. And if Clemson doesn't lose, then Washington will get locked out of the top 4.
Wait, what is the SEC? You haven't mentioned any SEC.
Where
Well,
is
Alabama.
the-
Alabama's not.
Other than Alabama.
There's nobody in the running in the SEC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, shocking.
So the Big Ten's 3 of the top 5 schools.
Yeah, the Big Ten is the
And
The
4
college
of the
football.
top 7 are Big Ten.
Yeah. So what else?
Meanwhile, Jesse, your favorite team, Clemson, is going down.
Well, no, they're still in the top 4.
It's okay.
Are they?
Yeah.
I bet you I don't know. I bet you the Browns will be looking for a quarterback.
There's no quarterback
No.
in this draft.
There-
No, Luke Falk.
Yeah, well, maybe
Jesse.
second round. Or third
Jesse, there is no help for the Browns. They're doomed for. Do you know what?
Well, the Browns-
if I have to choose between being the Cleveland Browns or being the Seattle Mariners, I'd rather be the Seattle.
The Browns got the Moneyball guy, right?
Yeah, they do.
This year, this is his first year.
Yeah,
It didn't work out too well for
The
them.
Browns got the Moneyball guy.
It's
Who is
too early
that?
to tell. There was a guy that worked with Billy Bean who's like applying statistics to draft
football.
players
Football.
to football. They already do that, but he's looking at some other
He's
stuff,
got a big mountain to climb.
right?
Meanwhile, let's talk about a good football team.
Oh, that's right.
The Hawks.
The Hawks
The
this
Seahawks.
week. So the Hawks, I think everyone's taking this game for granted on Sunday, and I think they shouldn't
I'm
because.
picking them to win. I'm picking
Well,
them by.
here's my problem with this week is that they're playing against a very good passing team that's won 4 out of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
They're playing in their stadium. They're playing without their safety, the best safety in football.
Earl Thomas is hurt.
They're playing with Deshaun Shedd, who I thought was the best defensive back this year.
Why do you think he was the best? I thought.
Because I think he was great this year. I think he was a shutdown guy. I mean, if you look
He's hurt also?
yeah, he's out of the game, and Bennett's out. So that's 3 big clogs on offense, and then you gotta hope that Rawls is going to play more than 1 game. I mean, who knows? And if he goes down, they're really in trouble. They don't have anybody.
No, Precise got hurt.
Yeah, and Collins is
Precise,
terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah, Precise.
Got nobody else.
They got a guy.
But on the other hand,
Trayvon Boykin played running back last week.
wow, I like that
The
idea.
5'10", 180-pound quarterback.
I like that idea.
Speaking of the
Well, he did.
Seahawks,
He didn't
speaking
like
of the
that.
Seahawks, do you think they should draft a running